What's going on, everybody? It's the same day as I did with the other chapter because I did already read this chapter, but I didn't like the way I read it, so I'm going to read it again, and hopefully it comes off a little bit better for me. You know, I just didn't like it. So, this is going to be chapter 3, Sasuke's journey back to himself. Now, you know, TSN, listen, I don't know. I just wanted to say TSN, listen! Summary. Sasuke learns to find his way back to himself in a healing journey. This chapter might seem out of character, but please remember how Sasuke was before the genocide of his clan. You might want to know what these words mean. Oruri. A bird species with blue and white feathers. Hina is a young bird, light, calm, and gentle. Oni-san is big brother. Sasuke left the village and Naruto behind with the goal of learning how to accept himself, his, and other people's emotions, but he had no idea where to start. In the first month, he wouldn't dare get close to any village. Whenever I look back at myself reading, I always look like I'm disgusted. Like, I don't know, maybe it's me. I always look like I'm disgusted. I'm not. It's my reading face. In the first month, he wouldn't dare to get close to any village. He chose to spend time completely alone in the forest after all. Isolation was what he knew best. On a quiet evening, while he was picking up some berries, he heard a high-pitched noise from the bush. He could tell it was coming from a bird in distress. Hey, what's wrong? He said as he picked up the bluebird. Cha-la-la, itaka kita, ikaw na natay sinarunda, akanaki, anahisoto, ikari mo yute yuke. On the quiet evening, while he was picking up berries, he heard a high-pitched noise from a bush. Wait. He's like, what the fuck is that? And he took a step and he heard a crunching noise and the noise stopped and he was like, oh shit. And he never spoke of that again. Sasuke recognized that it was a little bird, a little Oruri. So he started looking for the blue and white mature birds around. He couldn't see any, nor he could hear their distinctive loud and beautiful sound. Oh, that's it. He said, oh, that's it. He said with disappointment when he finally found the nest completely destroyed, covered in blue and white feathers and the tiny spots of blood on them. Seems like you're the only survivor of this massacre. Let's see. Are you injured? He gently checked the tiny creature's body in his hand. If there's any signs of wounds, they already accepted his exam. Yo, I love birds, but I have such a fear of them. Like, I don't know what it is, but they freak me out. Like, if I walk down the street and I unfortunately see a dead one, my fucking body retracts so bad. I can't do it. Like, any other animal, I'm like, okay, whatever. A bird, I don't know what it is about our flight. I don't know what it is about our feathered friends, but I can't do it. They freak me out to the nth degree. I remember I came to work one day. I'm not even bullshit. I have a picture of it. I went to work one day and somebody, and I'm not bullshitting you, laid out fucking dead chickens on the next to the dumpster. Why were there dead chickens next to the dumpster? I didn't even notice it. It was the truck driver who came to drop off the shit for us to put in the freezer, like the food. And he goes, is that a chicken? And I go, where? He just points over. I'm thinking he means like raw chicken or some shit. That motherfucker was raw, right? He turns and he points over there. I just see black feathers and yellow feet, and that destroyed me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't go over there. Yeah, no, they know at my job. They know it. They found out I can't do with chickens. And then like one of my coworkers was like picking them up. He went over there and picked them up by the feet. I'm like, their bodies were crushed by the dumpster, man, because one of their heads was crushed in by the fucking dumpster, and I can't do it, man. That was nightmare fuel for me. I couldn't do it. That would have stayed there until the bodies rotted, and I would have had somebody take out the trash for me, because that is an irrational fear of mine, is birds. Is winged, feathered, feet creatures. Specifically when they are dead, actually, which is weirder. I just can't do it, man. Rory accepted this examination patiently. All good, no physical injuries, but you're probably traumatized by what you saw. I hope that bird doesn't have such a good memory, or at least not all birds. He corrected himself as he remembered that crows have incredible memory. Is Rory a crow? She gave us definitions at the beginning of this. I was bullshitting around. You probably need some food. He spent the next few days. Aw, Papa Sasuke. This could absolutely. Is this supposed to be out of character? Because I could 1,000,000% see him taking care of a bird, especially if it was a hawk. He spent the next few days preoccupied with the life of that little bird, and he simply named Hina. All right, Sasuke. His journey was supposed to be about sorting out his feelings with the village, but that was completely out of his mind while Hina needed protection. Oh, so now you understand Naruto. After a few rainy days spent in a cave, Sasuke took Hina out for some food. Why do I imagine it? I imagine when you say that, I just imagine him having like a little leash on the bird's neck, and like he's just walking with it, and it's like flying behind him. Besides Hina, he was afraid to leave the bird alone. He picked up some tiny worms and some walnuts for him. Then he sat himself leaving on a tree trunk with Hina resting on his shoulder. The sun was finally showing its light. And that sneakily found again its way to Sasuke's cheek. The warmth reminded him of Naruto's burning palm, and he felt his presence there and smiled with comfort. Such a Tonkaichi. Simply can't stop following me everywhere. He spoke with the sun, who served as a messenger. This is Hina, baby bird I found days ago. Poor thing was an orphan. It deserves protection and care. He started rambling about how he was taking care of the bird as if Naruto was listening. He imagined every reaction he would have had to each little detail that he gave. He even imagined Naruto teasing him for it, leaving his cold attitude, being so kind to another creature. He felt safe being exposed this way, only in his mind. Sasuke realized that he failed at being alone, but he was pleased to discover that it was still natural to him to seek a connection. That part of himself was slowly stepping out into the light. He took off to the closest civilian village. Wasura Nagusa? I'm trying to say it in Japanese accent. Wasura Nagasa. Couldn't leave Hina behind, but he didn't want to take it to another climate. Once it learned how to take care of itself, it could fly back to the forest home. The name of this village was given by the blue field of forget-me-not flowers that surrounded it. It looked like a tranquil clear, and the lake from afar. Let me tell y'all right now, this shit is so well detailed. I don't know what it is. I like TSN stories, man. Them shits, it's not too long, and it's just like, it's detailed enough to where you can really visualize what's happening right now. I ain't no shade or nothing to everyone else, but my brain just like, it's visioning this a little easier. You'll be able to hide yourself pretty well here, you know. Once your blue feathers will appear. Once your blue feathers come in. Once he entered the village, he was surprised to see that many people on the street. I mean, they're like goddamn New York City, rush hour. There were children playing everywhere, old people shitting, dying somewhere, smiling while giving out lemonade and a flower syrup, and selling vegetables. The village seemed small and poor, but it was certainly filled with life. Big brother, can you please pass me the ball? A kid approached him. And with that question, he was shaken up from his wonder, realizing that the ball some kids were playing with landed near his foot. Man, I wish kids were like that these days. Kids, if the shit passed by you these days, kids will just like blankly look at you to take it back and then probably kick you in the shin or something. Crazy. Kids is wildin' out here. Y'all little niggas is wildin' out here. He picked it up, bent down to give it to the kid. Thanks, big brother. While picking up the ball from Sasuke's hand, he noticed that Hina was on his shoulder and his eyes widened. Whoa. 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 Is that a baby bird? Where'd you get it? What kind is that, big brother? Oh, this is Hina. It's a baby crow. I found it after the nest was destroyed. Who destroyed it? Probably another bird that was trying to feed his own children. He realized that he might not be too harsh for this little kid. I see. They did it because they had no choice. He took it way better than Sasuke expected. Granny always tells me that when someone does something bad, it's because they hurt inside. You're a good person for taking care of Hina, big brother. Sasuke was taken aback, surprised at how wise this little kid was. Couldn't be older than 8. Thank you. Without thinking too much, he found himself talking. What your grandma taught you is true, but sometimes even if people hurt inside, are able to overcome that pain, do good things for others. Of course, big brother. Everyone hurts inside even a little bit, but people still choose to be good. Missouri! The kids were calling for their friend, who was taking too long to get the ball back. Thank you for the ball, big brother. Have a good day. He bowed to show gratitude and ran over to his friends. Aw, that's a cute kid. The kid reminds me of someone I know. Not Naruto. You would have said, "Hey, mister! You having that ball? Oh, you got a weird bird on your shoulder." We know how little Naruto was. The kid reminds me of someone I know. Sasuke thought and smirked. The village had no inn, and Sasuke was invited to stay at the house of an old lady named Kashikoi. Hey, I fuck with Kashikoi. She was one of those nice old people, given served lemonade, and delighted when she heard the story of the little bird. She told Sasuke that she had an empty room, because her son and his wife had to move out to a bigger village to work and gain more money. Asura Nagusa was an agricultural village, and even if the life there was quiet and peaceful, they needed more money in order to give a better life to their child, who was left home to be raised by his grandma. Once Sasuke was set into his room, the kind old lady invited him to dinner. She offered him a bowl of rice and the type of food he didn't recognize besides vegetables. I'm sorry that I couldn't give you something more solid. The old lady spoke with a gentle smile on her face, a smile that only people who knew hardship could wear. You see, in this tiny village, we can barely afford eggs, and meat is considered a luxury, but you can have as many portions as you wish. These people are so goddamn fucking nice. If anything TSN, if you let anything happen to these people, I'm hunting you down. Lady Kashikoi, I'm grateful for this meal and for your kindness. You don't have to worry about a thing. Thank you. Sasuke replied with genuine gratitude. What a sweet young man. Oh, sorry, that's my TSN voice. What a sweet young man. She thought to herself. Moments later, the door was slammed and a kid ran inside, crying loudly, reaching for his grandmother's embrace. Sasuke recognized the kid from earlier. Mizuru, what happened to you? She calmly asked the kid as she caressed his hair. Elhito, Sensei's father. He could barely talk. He's very, very sick. Elhito has to leave the village soon. He buried his face in his grandmother's embrace, and he let out his pain. Bars? Lady Kashikoi, being aware that her guest is assisting to an intense scene, starting to explain the situation to Sasuke. Aito was his teacher since Mizuru was 5. The same year his parents left the village. He's soft-spoken, and the kids are very attached to him. In the agriculture villages, school is normally more focused on biology and chemistry, but LT makes sure to teach the kids at least some basics of other subjects, even if this means unpaid extra hours. For him, it was more to see the wonder in all their eyes as he talks about poetry or astrology. Mizuru is always excited to tell them everything he learns in school. But Aito only has his father as family. But he got a strange disease and they can't afford the cure. People in the village raised enough money to keep him in the same hospital for a while. Those medics can only alleviate the symptoms of the disease. She directed her words towards Mizuru. I know it pains you to see your teacher suffering. He taught you to be such kind kids. Mizuru stopped crying as he wiped his tears away. His elbow started to talk with maturity in his voice. When I say his elbow started to talk, he wiped his tears with his elbow and started to talk with maturity in his voice. Ahito-sensei won't give up on his father. He has to leave the village. He'll go to a better paid job in a big village that has better hospitals. Granny, I know I have to be brave and support Sensei's decision, but... His mass-forced maturity broke and he started to cry again. Oh, Miss Ahito-sensei, we won't have a teacher anymore, and the school year will be lost. Oh, Mizuru, you're allowed to be sad that he has to go, even if you understand why he's doing it. Sasuke didn't say a single word the whole time as he was moved by Mizuru's attachment to his teacher. He knew what it was like to lose people you love. He squatted down to Mizuru and put his hand on his shoulder as he said, "You're a kind kid." Saying this, he enabled a new expression, compassion, and smiling. The kid recognized the young man from earlier, and just then he acknowledged his presence in their house. I think I can help you and your teacher, but I have to send a message first, before I make many promises. The boy's mood suddenly shifted. He hugged Sasuke with enthusiasm. Thank you, big brother! Sasuke accepted this hug, and it wasn't intrusive. He almost felt like knowing he could be comforting for someone in need. He asked them the details of Ahito's father's disease, and sent them an urgent message to Sakura, asking her if she could help out with that the next day. The next day around noon, he received a message from Sakura. Sasuke's heart was racing because he was afraid that the negative response would break Mizuru's heart. He would feel guilty for giving the boy false hopes. Sakura studied that night and found out more about the rare disease, and she learned that there is a cure that she'll be able to accommodate that man in Konoha's hospital. And the problem was this kind of disease requires new cells from a family member for the new duration of this treatment, because they would need to replace the damaged cells in his body. Sasuke knew what it meant. Even Ahito's father could be saved. The boy would still lose his teacher for a while, probably a whole year. He had to break the news to him, but he was scared to face Mizuru's reaction. I think Mizuru is mature enough to handle this because, I think he's mature enough for this. He was in a garden feeding Hina and started imagining talking to Naruto, asking him for advice. The answer came quickly. It was in Sasuke's mind, but it had to be given from Naruto's point of view. The boy will suffer for losing his teacher for some time, but the joy of knowing that his father will be saved will be 10 times greater than that pain. He had to trust that the little boy cared deeply for others. He was called from inside the house for lunch before they began eating. Sasuke cleared his throat and started talking. Mizuru, I have some news. I'm sorry for giving you high hopes, but your teacher will have to leave the village for a while. My friend is an incredible doctor, and she accepted to treat Ao's father for free. She knows a cure, but that cure requires Ao to be physically there for about a year. I'm really sorry. The little kid started jumping and crying tears of joy, throwing himself in Sasuke's arm and thanking him, as if he only registered the part about the existing cure. Big brother, thank you so much! Ahito will be so relieved to have his father healthy again. We will repay you, I promise. It seemed like the love for others was truly greater than the personal gain. Sasuke needed to ask, but aren't you sad that you'll lose your teacher at school this year? I'm not sad anymore. It's better to know that Sensei will be happier next year. We'll work by ourselves to make him proud when he'll be back. There weren't many skilled people in the village to replace Ahito. They're all gone seeking better paid jobs in order to support their families. How about you, young man? Lady Kashikoi asked Sasuke. Judging by the way you talk and act, you're probably highly educated. Mizuru's eyes started to sparkle with joy. Oh my god! School of Rock with Sasuke? Big brother, could you replace Ahito-sensei for the rest of the year? It was never Sasuke's dream to become a teacher, but I felt like he needed to protect this little kid. so he couldn't dismiss the thought. The image of Naruto teasing him appeared in his mind. You showed up in that village at perfect time, right, Sasuke? Sensei? Just like you did for Hina. Hina. Just like you did for Hina. It would have been food by now if you weren't there to save it. Naruto's projection was right. The presence there was important. Wait, was right. His presence there was important, and he needed. There it is. I had to raise it above the game. He's needed. Sure, he felt awkward about it, but it would be a good opportunity to learn how to interact with people that don't judge him for being an Uchiha or a rogue shinobi. Here, he's just a young man that seemed kind. He can start from here. I can try. Yahoo! Yes! Mizuro's jumping with joy. We have to go tell everyone the amazing news! Ahito and his father were sent to Konoha for treatment while Sasuke was introduced as a substitute teacher. He felt extremely awkward to be presented in front of a class like that, but he noticed that having Hina taking... Wait, why are you saying Hima now? Is it Hima or Hina? That was Hina. Have I been saying it wrong? Having Hina takes the attention off of him, so he took it along. The school building was an old small barn and improvised benches and chairs and an old blackboard. There were 15 kids in that class. Their ages fluctuated between 7 and 10 years old, and Mizuro took the responsibility to introduce their temporary sensei. And he did that with an exuberant attitude, full of pride. Hello, everyone! You already know Ahito Sensei will be gone to help his father for a while, and we have to thank our new teacher for saving Ahito's father. Dear colleagues and friends, he's truly amazing and kind. Sasuke Sensei! Sasuke was flustering with embarrassment. He absolutely hated that type of attention from others, but he was met with wondering eyes from the simple kids, admiring him for his human kindness. Why would he feel so embarrassed? After all, those were just kids, and it was normal to react like that. No one was judging him. He built up courage to talk. Hello, everyone. From today... Hold on, he's a sub. My teacher glasses. Hello, everyone. From today, I will be your substitute teacher until Ahito returns. Can you tell us about yourself, Sasuke-sensei? A girl asked with a curious glare. Sasuke was stuck. He had no idea what to say. He remembered when he introduced himself in Team 7. He thought he could start from there. I'll tell you a few things about myself, and each one of you will do the same. The kids were listening with enthusiasm. He came to tell them. He could tell that they're already preparing for the introductions in their heads. He started speaking with a gentle but awkward voice. My name is Sasuke Uchiha. I like many things. I like taking care of my bird Hina. Wait, now it's Hina. TSN, I'm gonna come after you. Take care of my bird Hina and listening to the sound of the waterfall while staring at the stars. My favorite foods, it's onigiri and tomatoes. What I don't like are lies and secrets. My dream is to be able to keep all of my promises. It wasn't difficult as he expected. He could accept the truths about himself when the audience has no preconceptions. Talking with kids felt somehow easier for him. After 2 months, in mid-April, he realized how much the environment changed him. He could allow himself to be more openly caring and more joyful and more human. He initiated the construction of a proper school. He participated in each step from cutting down the trees for wood to painting the walls and decorating. He was respected by everyone in the village, mainly kids and elders. He was perceived as a kind-hearted person here. He wasn't the last Uchiha here. He was the sensei with the Oruri? Hina was fully grown by now and had deep blue feathers on top. The white ones on the bottom. Sasuke found that outfit similar as it was able to feed itself and make its own nest. But it chose to stick by his side. He would still talk to Naruto in his mind every day. He viewed him as a force that was driving his development, guarding each step's rooting for him. He could feel Naruto's proud of him. Towards the end of June, Sasuke received a letter from Sakura. Aheto's father is completely healed, out of any risk. He sighed with gratitude and was excited to deliver the news to the kids that were there on the summer break. He felt attached to this village. Here he could remember his sweet uncle and aunt when he looked at how kind the elders were to the kids. He was reminded his mother's cooking, and because of Lady Kashikoi, he often found himself requesting a second bowl. At first he thought Mizuri was like Naruto, but as he became more aware of himself, he realized that he reminded him of his younger self. Here, Sasuke became the older and caring brother. He made peace with Itachi by becoming the version Sasuke knew was genuine. That version Sasuke loved so deeply. The kind and caring Itachi. He also allowed the child Sasuke to resurface, to gain his place into the world, out in the light. He finally caught up to his brother, to his real and loving brother. Hina, who was always resting on Sasuke's shoulder, started spreading its wings and flew away, made a few swirls in the air as it was waving goodbye. Hina stopped needing protection a while ago. It stayed because Sasuke needed it. He finally accepted himself, and now he can make it on his own. So it could finally let him go. He saw it flying over the field, forget-me-not flowers, heading towards its home. He heard Naruto's teasing voice in his head. It seemed like those flowers kept you from forgetting your past, huh? I just hope you didn't forget about me. It seemed that I can't do that, said Tenkashi. He said with a pleased expression. He didn't forget his promise either. This is so you said this was out of character. This shit is so fucking in character. I felt like I was reading a goddamn thing, but I feel like I was watching a side story by Kishimoto. Like, why couldn't this be the novel? This shit is fucking beautiful. Why can't this shit be the novel? I don't even know I can't recall what could have been out of character. This was insanely in character to, what we know about him. Yeah, I don't know, man. This is really good. Translation for the names. Forget-me-not flowers, Wasura Nagusa, Mizurio, Pale Blue, and Kashikoi, Wise, and Ahito, Blue Person. Where the fuck are the comments? I'll write one. Even though you're gonna get my thoughts. I don't know how to spell, so forgive me. Oh, you don't know me. This is absolutely beautiful. Ah, shit, I typed that with caps. Damn it. Ah, whatever. You know what I mean. Now it looks like I'm yelling. I gotta read my own thing now. This is absolutely beautiful and very in character! Oh, this is so fucking good, man. Okay, we're not gonna do this one, but this is so fucking good. Yeah, TSN, you knocked that out the park. This feels like a beautiful fucking real story. Like, deadass. This is not out of character. It wasn't out of character for me at any point. It wasn't, this was very considerate of the canon, of the characters, of their feelings. I could easily see Sasuke doing this in real canon. This felt beautiful. This felt like just a nice side thing, man. Like, damn, that was really good. I really like that. I really like that shit. Let's read the summary. Yeah. Naruto heard a knocking on his door after he had a nightmare. It turns out that reality can be sweeter than dreams at times. Ooh, I love that. I like what's going on here, T. I like what's going on here, T. Yeah, that man. This is awesome. This is updated this month, right? This month. Okay, we got to see what's updated about it. Is there 12,000 words in this chapter? Is that what that means? Or does that mean that there were in total? I forgot. I think that means in total. Yeah, I think that means in total. What? That was at the bottom. Where the fuck are the comments? I hate y'all. Y'all better say something on this. Y'all better say something on this shit. This shit's fucking goated. This is goated stuff right here. Help me. This is goated. Y'all, check this out. This is really good. This is TSN. Matt TSN 98. Like, check it out. It's really good stuff. She really killed this. She crushed this shit. This is probably one of my favorite. I ain't gonna lie to you. This is one of my favorite fics. Just simply off of the fact that it's so well made and it's in character. And I know her opinions because just from comments on videos that I've made, there are a lot of things that we agree on, a lot of the same characterization of the characters. And so reading this, and hearing certain things that she says in there, I'm just like, man, this feels like a conversation that I've had with her in the comment section or in DM or something, because they're really accurate to what I think their canon is. So I don't know, I'm getting everything I want out of Sasuke Naruto focused fic. I ain't gonna lie. And I just like, this is just sweet. This is just so fucking sweet and comforting, you know? I hope more people can come see this. I hope more people check this out. This is really well made. This is really good. Read the other chapters. It's short and sweet. Can't be mad at it. It feels good. It feels good. If this video can help guide anybody towards this, I hope it does. I hope it does. I hope you're like, you know what? I'll check him out. I'll check her out. Please do. Cinema. Huh? If you guys enjoyed that reading, then... Sorry, Mr. Loverman is playing. Hold on. What the fuck? You can't hear it. Speak as hell. Oh, Mr. Loverman. Oh, and I miss my lover. With so much time. Have me wishing I were gone. Hope you guys enjoyed this. This has been really fun to read. This is a promise by TSN. If she's gonna be in the comments, so if you want to get a link to it, if you need to get the name, obviously it's right here, but obviously she will also comment the link. TSN, please comment the link. This is really fucking phenomenal work. I really love it. I can't wait to read this chapter. Yeah, this is really good. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please out. Subscribe, like, share, comment, subscribe to this channel if you want to hear more of these like full-length readouts. Like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, if you're on TikTok, hit that damn subscribe or follow. Hit something for me. Comment on this fic. I know I'm saying a lot. I'm sorry. Woo!